Shalom Aleichem from here in Yerushalayim. We hope that wherever we're finding you, wherever you're joining us from, we find you well. And we're just a few short days away from Zman Matan Torasenu, from the Yom Tov of Shavuos. So let's try to learn together the words of one of the tzaddikim, the Kedushas Levi, to prepare ourselves for the Yom Tov. The Berditchever said that when a person does a mitzvah, it's not enough to just do a mitzvah. We have to build a house for our mitzvahs. A house is a place where a person feels comfortable. It's not a place where you visit from time to time. It's a place where we spend a long time. And if we want that after our mitzvahs have been completed, the Maisa mitzvah is done, after the pruta falls into the tzedakah box, after we lit the Shabbos candles and they already went out, after we washed Netilas Yadayim, we put on the tefillin, after we finished putting away the lulav and esrog after Sukkot and the menorahs after Chanukah. If we want the mitzvahs to continue journeying together with us in the rest of our day and the rest of our lives, the only way to do that is to build a house for the mitzvah. Hashras kedushas ha-mitzvah tzricha she'ela bayis shetimtza makom lishros bo. There needs to be a place for the mitzvah to land, a house for the mitzvah to feel comfortable in. V'habayis hu ma she'adam meichin me'atzmo. The house, the bricks and the mortar, the glass and the insulation that makes up the house to keep the warmth in, to keep the cold out, is the hachana that a person puts into doing the mitzvah. The tefillos that a person says before, talking about it with friends, getting excited, cleaning the floors before Shabbos or Yom Tov, all of the hachanos that a person does, lefi the hachana that a person does for that mitzvah, that's how comfortable the mitzvah is going to be in staying after the mitzvah is completed. There's a Torah from the Shemi Shmuel in the year Tafresh Pei Aleph in his Mamarim to Shavuos, where the Shemi Shmuel quotes from the Ramban in his Chidushim to Shas. The Ramban notes that there's a difference between Shabbos and Yom Tov in terms of the fact that we bless the Besamim on Motzei Shabbos, but we don't make a bracha on Besamim on Motzei Yom Tov. And the Ramban explains that the reason for that is that we have a Neshama Yisera on Shabbos, and we have a Ruach Yisera on Yom Tov. We have both of those. But the fact is that the Neshama Yisera of Motzei Yom Tov sticks around for much longer. And therefore there's no need to make a bracha on the Besamim on Motzei Yom Tov, because we don't have that same sense of being somber, of being saddened by the fact that our dear friend, the Neshama Yisera, has left us on Motzei Shabbos. We have that experience. On Yom Tov, we don't have that experience. So the Shemi Shmuel quotes from his father, the Avnei Nezer, who explained that the essential difference between Shabbos and Yom Tov is that Shabbos is referred to as Kviya V'Kaima. Shabbos is something that descends into the world because the HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent it down into the world. The tzaddikim explained that the kavanos, the yechudim that are part of the siddur, that tzaddikim sometimes are mechavin in their davening, on Shabbos they're very short, because it's all happening automatically. It's kviya v'kaima. Hashem sends the aura of Shabbos into the world without us doing very much. As opposed to the Yom Tov, which is something that starts from its very inception, that the Beis Din has to declare Rosh Chodesh, and then the Jewish people count the number of days, and we create the Kedusha of Yom Tov. It's the Kedushas Yisrael v'hazmanim. It's the Jewish people being Mekadesh the Zman. And since we're creating the Kedusha lasts long after the Yom Tov is already over. And therefore we don't have to smell the Besamim, because the Ruach Yisera doesn't leave us on Motzei Yom Tov. We don't have to feel that sense of loss afterwards because we created it. May Hashem help us that as we're preparing ourselves for Shavuos, every little hachana that we do, every single day that we count Sfiras Omer, even watching this video, everything that we're doing to prepare ourselves for Shavuos should help us to build a beautiful house, a big house, a spacious house, and we'll be able to be mekabel the Torah, ba'ava, b'leiv shalom, b'simcha, with the Gula Shlema v'amitas from here, Amen.